Hey everybody, welcome to Dude with a Fork. My name is Ken. On today's episode of Ken Cooks Stuff, I'm doing my version of that great value stacked burrito. So this is a homemade stacked burrito. I'm using a combination of store-bought ingredients and some homemade ingredients. Pretty simple to put together, so let's get started. All right, so let's talk about ingredients that we're using here. To start off with, that stacked burrito had corn tortillas. I think burritos, I think flour tortillas. So I'm using these La Banderitas, which are pretty good. I'm almost out, so it's either time to go back to the store or make some homemade ones. But I'm going to use, I think, 3 of these. I'm also going to use this great value picante sauce. This is actually pretty good. It's a little chunky. The medium has a nice little kick to it. I like it. I think it tastes great. If you don't like something too spicy, maybe try the mild. For the rice base, I was going to use this Knorr taco rice, which says rice and pasta blend in a taco flavored sauce. And this is disgusting. It's insipid. So I will do a separate video about this because this was a huge disappointment. So out with that. And I came to my senses and just made some homemade Mexican rice instead. In this bowl, I've got some of these great value traditional refried beans. These are not the best refried beans in the world, but they're pretty doggone good. And then over here, I have some homemade taco filling that I made earlier, and this Mexican-style cheese that I got from Sam's Club. So, and this is pretty good. They're making it a little bit coarser than before, which makes it a little bit easier to handle. So, I'm going to go grab our springform pan, line it with some parchment, and we'll get started. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I have my my springform pan here that I have put some parchment in, and I'm going to start with some of this this picante sauce. And I just not really measuring, just want enough to cover the bottom there, and that looks about right. I'm just going to spread this out with a spoon, and we'll see. And this this one from Great Value did not have a tortilla in the bottom, and I am putting a tortilla in the bottom. There we go. Make sure there's a little bit of sauce under all the edges of that. That looks good. And I'm going to go in with all of my rice. This is our rice layer. And spread that out as evenly as I can get it. There we go. And I'm going to go in with just a little bit of cheese here. Not a whole lot. Cheese is the duct tape of the cooking world, and so I just want enough to stick things together here. So there we go. So that looks good. And go in with another tortilla. And this time, I'm going to spread out these refried beans. And I couldn't tell from the one I'd eaten before which was on bottom and which was on top, whether the beans were on the bottom and the meat filling was on the top, or vice versa. So I'm just guessing, because I'm saying, well, this it's easier to spread meat on top of these beans. So so here we go. I just want to get them as close to the edge as I possibly can. And this is looking good. And we'll go in with our taco filling. And spread that around. And a little bit left there. There we go. Use your fingers. A little bit on the table here. Okay. So, one more tortilla. I just want to kind of push things down to make sure they're making good contact. And another layer of picante sauce. And I'm not afraid of getting too much here because if it goes off the edge, that's okay. It keeps the edges of the tortilla from drying out. Remember that happened last time when I was tasting this. Any of the tortilla that was not covered in sauce, it kind of dried out and chewy in the microwave. So trying to avoid that. So again, getting this right up to the edge. I'm not in the center of things here. And I have not been for some time. That does not surprise me. So there we go. Maybe just a little bit more. This is good stuff. There we are. And one last layer of cheese. And try as I might, I can never get cheese even here. But that's okay because the people who make frozen pizzas can't do that either. So there we go. Now spoon, just kind of push that all in together here. And this bad boy is, spilled some cheese. Right, so this bad boy is going to go in the freezer. As it turns out, I made one earlier, so let's take a look at how that one turned out. Okay, this is the one I made earlier and froze, and you can see it's about as thick as this box, but the one that came in here was not nearly that thick. It was close, but not exactly. And this is actually a little bit thicker than this box. So I actually thought about it, and I'm like, well, that seems huge. Because I actually got 2 servings out of this, even though the box says 1 serving. So this was 12 ounces. I weighed this guy. He is 26 ounces. So this is easily 4 servings for me. So I froze him, and then I took him out, and I put him in a vacuum sealer bag because this is kind of long-term storage for me. This is what the bottom looks like. So you can see that tortilla has a lot of the picante sauce there, so it'll be nice and tender and soft. And I'm kind of excited for this, so I think I'm going to wait until this weekend and figure out how to cook this guy in the microwave because it's such a big, huge chunk of food. I think I might let him thaw out the night before and then heat him up from thawed. So I've got 2. I've got this one. I've got the one I just made that's sitting in the freezer. So I will figure that out and let you know how it goes. So until then, this is my version of this. And there it is. I forgot a fork. Now things are better. Kind of ironic that the dude with a fork was actually dude without a fork. That's because I have a terrible memory. But anyway, I took this out. I did thaw it out in the refrigerator overnight, put it on this plate, let it microwave for about 5 minutes. And you can see how everything just kind of melts down and the tortillas inside are nice and soft and tender. But you don't have to imagine what that looks like. I got a slice on a plate right here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's just a thing of beauty. So we got tortilla. What do we have? Salsa, tortilla, rice, more tortilla, beans, taco meat, cheese all the way through, another tortilla on top. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Oh, that is so amazing. If you like Mexican food, this is pretty easy to throw together. You can make all this stuff on the inside, the beans, the taco meat, the rice from scratch. You can make some of them from scratch and just get the rest out of a package, or just make them all. Just use the prepackaged store stuff. I certainly did not make homemade flour tortillas, but oh, this is amazing. Of course, what it tastes like is going to vary based on the recipe used to make the individual ingredients, but that's the thing, you can make it your own. There's no reason, instead of refried beans, you couldn't just put some black beans in there, some Cuban black beans or something like that. You could use chicken, anything. This would actually be a really good recipe for using like the vegan beef crumbles in the taco meat. Oh, this is so good. Oh, wow. I liked the Walmart one. I really did. But homemade is always best. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh, please try this. Go ahead and make it. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear that.
And that's it, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Links to free printable copies of any recipes here are down below in the show notes. Please like, comment, or if you'd like to see more of this kind of material, subscribe. As always, please stay safe, eat great food, and power to the proletariat. We'll see you next time.